Hello everyone and welcome to CyMod.Net. Today we're going to have a quick tutorial to go through my first turn on CyMod.Net. I start out on the home page here, and before we actually get started I do want to mention here this donate button. If you enjoy the service, please feel free to play it for free. However, if you feel inclined to help support this project, we would really appreciate it. These servers cost money to rent every month, and it's taken us an awful lot of time, taken me an awful lot of time to build this application. So, with no further ado, come on up here to the login button and log in. Okay, you'll see your games pop up in the center. Alright, today I'm logged in as on the test server as Colin, and I'm playing Hilo. You'll notice that my character is off the board because I'm currently stranded on Caprica. There's not much I can do for my first turn, which is actually good for a quick little tutorial. I can't take any actions or move. All I can do is have a crisis. So let's go ahead and use this chance to draw my opening hand, which has already happened, and then execute the crisis. Oh, wait, before that, we need to find out who's human and who's Cylon. So let's go ahead and click on the loyalty deck and deal out the initial loyalty cards. And it shows me that I'm not a Cylon. Alright, well, good for me. Alright, back to the game board. Alright, can't move, can't take an action, so I just need to go draw a crisis card. Alright, I'll play the top card of the deck. It gives me a notification that this is something I need to be careful about, because as soon as I show this card, everybody sees it, and there's no taking that information back. Okay, and let's see, mandatory testing. Well, that's an interesting first turn crisis. Kind of heavy considering nobody's got any cards. Let's see what I've got in my skill hand. Oh, well, I can help this along quite a bit. And I would like for the president to know if I'm a Cylon, or that I am not a Cylon. So I'm going to encourage this skill check. Now, it's at this point where we have a lot of conversation back on Board Game Geek in the forums, or if you're playing on a Google Hangout or over a Skype conference call, we talk about what we want to do. And let's assume, just to make this interesting, that we decide to go for this check. So I will be the last player to play in, and the first thing that needs to happen, though, is we need to click on the Destiny deck here and play Destiny in. Now, you can choose to play Destiny face up or face down, depending on whether or not you're playing an investigative committee, and I know a lot of people, even with the base game, like to play their investigative committees with Destiny face down. That's entirely up to you. Okay, so I've played Destiny in, and at this point, the other players are going to have to make their moves, and I'm going to fast forward until it gets back to my turn. Okay, we've been working together as a team to pass this skill check, and let's go back and show you some of the things that have happened in the last few minutes. I'm going to go up here to the notifications. You'll see where the last few things have happened. I'm going to go to show all, and let's just walk you through it. These show everything that's happened in the game in reverse chronological order. Okay, so let's see, we resolved, or started to resolve, excuse me, mandatory testing. We put the Destiny cards in there. Chief played 2 cards, and he said he was playing 2 cards medium. Baltar played 2 cards, also saying he was playing medium. Apollo, excuse me, played 1 card, and he said he was playing low. And then Adama didn't play anything, but he said he could help. And Starbuck said that she could not help either in the check or afterwards. So that's where we're sitting at. And it is now my turn to play into the skill check. So I click on my skill cards, or I can click over here on the skill check pile and play into the skill check. Okay. Wow, gosh. I can play in my 2 greens, and I'm going to go ahead and just go for it because I'd hate to not hit this skill check. So I hit, and I'm playing them face down. Face up would be if there was an investigative committee, but face down. And that, I was the last player, so I click on the skill card, or skill check pile. I say that I want to flip them all face up. I acknowledge that, yes, in fact, I do want to do this, because there's no takebacks at this point. And let's see, ooh, Destiny was not nice to us, or somebody tried to spike. But let's see what we got here. 2, 4, 6, 8 plus my 8 is 16, minus 4 is 12, and this was a 13-point skill check, so we're going to need Adama to back up his claim that he has a declare emergency. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so now I'm logged in as Adama, and at this point I click on my skill card, or Adama clicks on his skill card piles. He does in fact have a declare emergency. He clicks on that and says use card action. He uses that card action. For declare emergency, there's not a target player, so you just leave no target. Done. Okay, I played a 3 declare emergency. You can see it on the board, on the pile of cards that have been played on the board. And that brings our the skill check down to an 11, which makes us pass. So we can now go in and discard all of these cards. Alright, we can discard the declare emergency because we don't need that anymore. And we need to finish resolving this crisis. Now you'll notice that it's still Taylor in here doing these things. Okay, once he kind of got priority when he needed to play that declare emergency, it's best for him to just continue to manage the board as long as nobody needs to make a decision. So he activates Heavy Raiders by launching one. He moves it from out of play to Sector 1. Alright, so now there's a Heavy Raider, and we need to advance the jump track. Click on the jump track, moves from start to Red 1. We're done with that. And then Adama clicks on the player token and advances it to the next player, at which point we're waiting on Starbuck to make make her draw and to make her move in action. So Adama can't move the game forward any further, so he stops, and that's where conversation continues on Board Game Geek. So that was the first turn. We'll go ahead in a subsequent video to do Starbuck's turn, and we'll just continue through this so that you guys can see some of the actions played out. So thanks for watching this, and stay tuned for more tutorials. Oh, sorry, one more thing. Forgot to discard the skill card, or the crisis card. There we go. Now that's gone. And yeah, stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.